Welcome back to my channel. For those who are returning, for those who are new subscribers, thank you for joining us. This is another week of market forecasting, trying to figure out where price is going to go in the upcoming week. And I noticed this thing where my audio is like quite low, but that's because of where the mic is, either that or the mic itself. um Subscribe, hit like, and once YouTube starts paying me that YouTube money, I'll get a new mic and you guys will be able to hear me better. So where do we start? We always start at the economic calendar. Every single trading session, every single trading week, you want to know what's going on. It's just like when you're in an office and there's like a monthly plan or an agenda for a meeting or a lesson plan, or just you basically get it. Like, this is part of the process of preparing yourself to go into the next act, like, you know. So we start at the economic calendar, and what we want to do is see what news is coming up in the week ahead. There's also this cool thing I noticed about the economic calendar, like Forex Factory specifically, actually, not the economic calendar. It shows you the countries where you have active traders, and this is cool for me because right now in Tanzania we have 36 people who are actively on this website, which is pretty cool. We have like 9 people in Namibia, 64 people in Australia, 53 people in Brazil, a couple hundred in Russia, 10 in Kazakhstan, 29 in Greece, Jordan. Oh wait, is this Palestine? That's it. Got no one in Palestine. Yeah, obviously, because motherfuckers is trying to fight for their lives, and I hope they end up making it out. So yeah, it's just a thing I noticed on Forex Factory, which lets you know who else is, like, which country is being represented with what. Okay, so this week is NFP week. Eid Mubarak to all the Muslims out there, because Eid is tomorrow and Tuesday. Yeah, so holiday month begins. But yeah, new month begins on Tuesday. So with that, it's the first Friday of the month. We're gonna have NFP here, 8:30. We have this pre-NFP. We have ISM, like basically a whole bunch of red folder news between Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. So this is probably gonna be quite a volatile week in the markets. Should you trade it? Should you wait? That is entirely up to you and your trading model. If you're scalping, then it pretty much doesn't really matter, especially like if you trade in London, it doesn't really matter too much. Like, maybe London will be a bit choppy or it might consolidate, but that doesn't mean you can't get like 10-20 pips out of the market. If you're swing trading, it probably doesn't really matter because, you know, you're waiting for price to get to like a weekly level or a daily level. So this news just might help you to get there faster, or if not, you may be already in a position, so there's not much you can do but wait. If you're a day trader, yeah, it might be a bit difficult to pick the exact high and low of the day, but that doesn't mean you can't get any amount of pips during the range. But basically, you can trade if you want to. If you feel like it's not good for you and your model, then don't trade this week. But yeah, this is what we're starting with. Then now moving on to the charts. My watch list has grown a lot smaller. I only have Bitcoin, 3 indices, which I'll get to trading eventually. Should probably take them off because I'm not even looking at them right now. But yeah, essentially I'm gonna deal with Euro-dollar and gold. So these are exact same charts from a couple days ago when I was doing the live stream. Let's start with a monthly chart. What's going on over here? We see that gold is in a very sustained bull run. with the current month making a new all-time high. So what does that mean? It means we create another fair value gap here. Can kind of expect price to continue trading higher, because yeah, okay, so this is why I'm marking this as the fair value gap, because you could be like, oh my gosh, price hasn't, the candle hasn't closed, blah, blah, blah. But what is the likeliness of price moving? Where are we? Here, this is where we close the week. All the way 200 and is this 235? This is 2,000 pips, bro. What is the likelihood of price moving 2,500 pips in one day? Like, I'm not talking 1 month. I'm talking in one day, like tomorrow, right? Which is the last trading day of the month. Price moves all the way back down here to close bearish. How likely is that? Very unlikely. So that's why I've just put this on as the fair value gap low, so that when we start next month on Tuesday, it's already there and I don't have to come back to the higher time frames. So we see sustained bullishness, and then we come to the weekly chart. What do we see on the weekly chart? See this range, which has been used for projecting an end target, which is about 3,100 for gold, is still incomplete. Like, after coming into OTE here and then tapping in OTE one more time, which was this rejection block, and also this higher time frame PD array, we expanded all the way to the upside. I'm just gonna, doesn't matter, potential order block, which is there, this being order block, but it doesn't really matter because price hasn't retraced. Price has retraced into here, which this would be a mitigation block, I guess. Call it a mitigation block. If I'm wrong about it, then tell me about it in the comments. But yeah, for now, let's just call this a mitigation block, which price respected quite nicely and then pushed off in February. And then in March, we just continued higher. So let's adjust that a little bit to make it look kind of cleaner. There we go. So you see price came back into that and then pushed higher. But whatever, not really following up on that too much. I'll just leave it there if you guys want it there. I'll see it next week. And what's happened in the most recent price action is we retraced into this fair value gap. We had a retracement into this fair value gap on the weekly and then pushed higher. Back to the monthly level. So you see what happened there. We went up, came back into this fair value gap, and then we've expanded higher from the order block. And this, I guess, oh shit, that's some lower time frame something. This, we can move here. What's the high here? 5497.56. Okay. So essentially, this is mitigation block. Extending out into time, and yeah, there's a balance also. And guess what? Price traded into that high, that candle's high, and then expanded higher. So apparently this candle might be some kind of PD array. I have no clue, but yeah. Basically, we don't have a fair value gap here or anything, so this is the nearest PD array to price on this time frame. Let's go down to the daily. daily, this is what we see for this level of price. We've continued higher, 20 days, we broke the high, so this becomes the low and the high of the 20 days, and then continued higher with more buy-side liquidity. I'm actually gonna do this and then adjust it like this because I don't want to type for the second time. 8027 27327. There we go. So this is a low 20 days. This is low. Now this is gonna be the low of the 40 days, and this is gonna be the low of the last 20 days. It's not actually, but basically what happened is, like we saw. See, now I've lost my train of thought trying to be too precise and shit with it, like using all the concepts, actually know what's going on. But maybe I understand them internally and can't explain it. I'll just use that as my alibi. So what happened is, at fair value got formed, we came back into here, this candle, the last down candle before the up move, which is a order block. Specifically which one, I can't tell you because it's the high of a fair value gap also. Fair value gap being here, I mean the last candle being here. And then what happens, we expanded to the upside, we retraced, tapped into this candle's high, respected this fair value gap, and then expanded higher to form a new fair value gap and break this old high, which means that we're likely to see price retrace into here in the upcoming week and then expand higher if it's going to expand higher, or it's going to break through this level and then retrace even lower. So I'm giving that. Let's see this. Okay, so that's what I see on gold is price has gone higher. I'm seeing us retrace into this area and then expand higher, or we could just tap liquidity and then go lower and lower or expand. I don't know what the weekly profile is going to be, to be honest, because I'm not too proficient with that, but if I had to guess a bias for next week, I don't know, probably continue bullish until we reach 3100 and then we might see some retracement happen. Does it align with anybody's political agendas? I have no clue, to be honest. I'm just looking at charts. Euro dollar. I actually need to figure out how to put time annotations on YouTube, but we'll get there. So here we have a OTE that's showing bullishness, and then here we have an OTE that's showing bearishness. Which one do I choose? Which one works? Which one's actually gonna lead to price playing out? Both of them are in different times and contexts. Just depends on how soon do you want it to happen. If you're looking at most recent price action, then this is likely to hold more weight. But if you're talking about overall long-term direction, then it likely is going to hold. This one's likely to hold more weight. So where are we in terms of the monthly chart for euro dollar? If we look at the last 2 years, this is like post-Brexit when everybody realized, yeah, man, these guys are kind of screwed. So we have a rejection block here, we push down, created range, price has retraced into the range, has respected a level of OTE, and has closed above a fair value gap. So what does that mean? It means, for me, honestly, disrespecting this fair value gap, like honestly depends where Monday closes. Like if Monday closes within this fair value gap, then we could see lower prices continue maybe all the way to somewhere here before price reverses and goes higher in the long term. However, if we continue, like if Monday stays above this level, which is a fair value gap, then there's a good chance that we might actually be forming a fair value gap on the other side to continue going higher. So let's look at the weekly charts and figure out what's actually going on there. I removed, if you listen to my live stream from Monday, which is day 2 I think, or day 3 of trading, this funding pips account, I said that I'm taking EURUSD off my list because I'm taking oil off my list because it's just I don't want to follow up on too many pairs. Like, yeah, it's nice to know that I can make money off several different pairs, but it's not necessary, to be honest. Like, you could have there's people trading the S&P only and they're making money, so less cognitive stress for me. So where are we in here? You can't see that. Okay, let's make it visible. Oh, fun. I'll make it visible on the monthly and weekly, and then that's about it. So price ran into buy side and then ran into buy side again and has closed within the range. We've seen this previous week tap into this fair value gap and also this order block, which looks like it's being inverted because when price tapped into it, we didn't close within this fair value gap. We rejected and closed above this weekly fair value gap. So what does that mean? That means might want to expect higher prices in the next week, or we could see some consolidation at this level while price figures out where it wants to go. Okay, let's go to the daily chart. Like I've recently been reading about, well, not reading, but watching YouTube videos about CRT. So apparently this is an indication that price is gonna move higher to the upside, which we'll see if it's actually gonna happen. With daily charts. By the sell side here. So on the daily chart we had this OTE price retraced, expanded higher, making a full swing before consolidating briefly and then retracing. So I'm gonna take this off because price closed above it. And then extend this into the end of next week. Make it look pretty. Okay, so what else do we have? Let's zoom in a little bit on price action. So we've gone over above the high of the last 60 days. It's actually supposed to be here. Yeah, because this is 361, 266. Yeah, small difference, but it makes a difference. Zooming in on more recent price action. What do we see? We see sell side was ran through, ran, ran, run. No, actually, no, I'm just, yeah. Sell side was ran through down here. And then what happened? And then price went into what we see is an overlap of 3 key levels, right? We have a weekly fair value gap, we have a daily fair value gap, and we have this monthly fair value gap, which is being inverted. Once price got there, what happened? It has reversed off this level. So we have buy side over here, sell side over there. We've taken out this weekly level. This is also a weekly level. Which means it could be a draw on liquidity. Here's our order block. Price has not yet tapped into unless you take the whole candle and measure that. And then what does that look like? Looks like price stays in discount and then I fail to tap into there and then just roll over. If you take the high to the body, then it went exactly to the midpoint. I've seen this dude measure these candles in different ways, so I'm just sticking to the bodies of the candles because I'm not a fan of having too many discretionary ways of looking at these price charts, bro. Like, a price chart is a price chart. Like, why must I complicate more than is necessary? The high is there, 7969, 78. This is the lower high. So in here, actually, if you look at it now, just realizing these are all down candles with not a single gap forming between any of them. That is, I want to say, a signature of displacement, but displacement, what am I saying? Just throwing words out there. Of manipulation, that price was manipulated lower into this area, and then now it's going to come back and take out this entire area and likely hit up here. So that's my drawn liquidity. It means I'm bullish on euro dollar for the next week. I want to see what this candle's close is. A 1.08 exactly. And this candle's open 7998. So just about confirm this 2 candles as an order block. I use a single candle, it doesn't change so much. But essentially this is what the order block looks like. Let me just keep it 442. Oh man. Then extend this into like next week. If you want to make this a little more pale. But yeah, this is why I see this weekly level. It wasn't closed above on the weekly chart, but it's been closed above on the daily chart, and there's no gaps or nothing happening in between here. Here we had a higher high, break of structure. But is it really a break of structure? Because this was the low and there's no fair value gap. We have this imbalance here. Okay, I'll give you that. We have this imbalance right over here. What is the likeliness of this holding next week? To be honest, to me it looks very little. So levels to look forward is seeing price go above this, maybe form a fair value gap, or like just chill at this level and then come back into the order block for a second time and run up to the upside. Can I go lower to a lower time frame? I could, but actually, first things first, not first things first, before I forget, I want to see what my predictions were last week and see if they're right. I wrote it down actually. Here it is. So gold, I was 75% bullish, 25% bearish, and gold proved to be bullish last week. Euro dollar, I was bearish on it, and what did we have? We had a consolidation candle. Yeah, had this consolidation candle. However, opening price on Monday was here, so we were bearish for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday we had a reversal and push higher. Oil, and for both oil pairs I was bullish, so just to see if I was correct. USO no, that's not how it works. USO USD, yeah, that one. Although when I check the weekly chart, oh, I actually had this one, and yeah, you see I would have missed my trade, and this was Monday, so we had a bullish week. Yeah, we had a bullish week last week. And then UKO USD, also a bearish week, bullish week, sorry. And yeah, I wouldn't have got an entry at all because price didn't go lower to this fair value gap. That's why we didn't get an entry. What else did I look at? I was also looking at the indices. So quickly, I'm gonna look at the indices and see if did I put these? I didn't put those on there. So we had a bearish week on all the indices, I guess. Yeah, see, I would have lost. There's also, ooh, this is still hanging on. This is a freaking swing trade, man. I'm not about this life. And upsettingly, my crypto trade, my BTC trade, didn't, I mean, it went to take profit, but without me, because remember I said, gun to my head, this is where I put my entry. Guess what? Price didn't come back to my entry, but it did expand higher to that, what do I call it? What do we call that thing? This is looking kind of weird. Let's change this. I don't want the weekly highs and lows. Like two-way lines then. So I've got daily highs and lows, daily opens. That's pretty cool. Is this a line I drew myself? It's not a line I drew myself. So why is this line so long? I don't know. Yeah. So we went up into this PD array. I haven't updated this in a while. Let me update it. Use March 1st. I was actually active on crypto late last year, and then I just lost taste for it. Here we go. Using ICT concept on the crypto market because he won't co-sign to it. Cool. March 1 is here. So let's drag this backwards a little bit. Is that 20, 40, and 60 days? It's 20 days. That's 40 days. 60 days. Ooh.
right? These guys work on weekends as well, so it's not going to be the same as if I didn't use weekends or was looking at other pairs. And this is the high, this is the low. Came back to equilibrium, had a failure swing, broke lower, retracement. Well, where do you think we're going next? My assumption's like 60k maybe. Pretty strong resistance area. So yeah, BTC to 60k because that's what was propping up the equities market, or the equity markets were propping this up, and now that they're going down, then BTC is also going down, or because BTC is going down, then they're also going down. I'm not sure what the correlation between them is, but I'm just telling you what I see on the charts. And yeah, that's me for this week. Ooh, market maker, sell model, or buying model. Where do you think we're going next? Probably somewhere up here. And on this one, I don't know what this thing is telling me, man. Yeah, the sweep of liquidity there. Just been running higher and higher and higher. In a bid to try and figure out what the all-time high, the next level of all-time high could be. I'm still trying to figure out projection, yeah. How to use ranges to project what a higher and lower is. Why I'm using different starting dates for this thing, honestly, I have no clue either, but it's just what I'm doing right now. But you know what, just because I'm feeling generous and because this stream has only been 30 minutes long, let's update this and see what our new levels are going to look like if we started on the beginning of a month. Where would March be? There would be the 3rd of March. So if we move this here, high of the last 20 days is over there, so then this becomes a key level. This becomes a key level because it's the high of the last 20 days. We have this fair value gap that's here, but how do we know that we're going to turn around and go lower? Well, when you trade through one of these fair value gaps and close below it, then it probably would be a good time to exit your gold short positions, long positions. But maybe until we get to 3100, and then my fib skills would be like OP. I don't get how fib skill can be OP, but yeah. Here's a high. Use this low. Now I don't have to update my charts until the end of, because this will be Q1, this will be Q2, and then another chart will be Q3, which is, I mean, Jesus, what am I saying? Month 1, month 2, month, and then this will be the end of Q2, roughly somewhere there. Alright, got another level of sell side down here. If we trade through, then we're likely gonna continue lower to somewhere here. Oh, and tomorrow's the 20th day, so we might actually have another all-time high tomorrow before retracing lower. Okay. Finally, predictions for next week. Bearish. I'm expecting us to hit up here and then the rest of the market going lower. Either will continue to push gold higher, or gold could also fall down with it. So kind of 50-50 this week, to be honest. For EURUSD, I'm bullish, and for crypto, I am bearish. Okay, so next week we might see a bounce, but I don't think so. I think we're gonna see, yeah, we might have another bullish candle, complete that, and then because what, this is CRT, and apparently we're supposed to go to the end of the range, which should be in line with the monthly level, and then continue lower, and then this monthly level was respected, and this weekly level is also respected. So yeah, might see continued retracement all the way to here before we actually get a crash to like 60k or something. I don't know, man, but that's the thoughts of a dude on the internet who looks at charts with the expectation of becoming a millionaire. Until next week.